consideration by this august House.
Shri Joshi.
Sir, thank you for giving opportunity for participating in this important bill. AIR and Doordarshan, they are the voice of the India. Prasar Bharati Broadcasting Corporation of India. In fact, the Prasar Bharati was conceptualized in 1977 during the Janata regime when Shri Advani ji was the Information and Broadcasting Minister. But government could not continue after 1979. It could not be realized. In 1990, the bill was enacted, Prasar Bharati was enacted, and formally it was formed in 1997. After that, rules were also formed. As rightly stated by Minister, if the Section 11 in the original Act of 1990 was used, was implemented, option was given to the employees, probably this situation should not have arisen. It took almost 14 years. Even after the intervention of the court, one after another court, various courts in the high courts in the country, and subsequently, all together, it was taken away by the Supreme Court. And after the direction of the Supreme Court, it took almost 4 years to settle the issue of the employees. Now, at least, they are on the deemed deputation. To the major extent, the problem of the employees have been addressed. But my question to the Honorable Minister through you, sir, 14 साल के बाद वनवास तो खत्म हो रहा है, but you should put full stop to this. Why are you putting comma to all these things? In the explanation given to the section, it is stated, my mic is off, sir, I don't know why. No, it should be recorded, no?
Then you can change your place if not there. Please.
In the explanation, I will just read it. For the purpose of section 1 and 2, officers, employees recruited means officers, employees recruited either under the proviso to the Article 309 of the Constitution in accordance with the regulation made under the Act, but shall not include persons engaged or appointed on daily wages, casual, ad hoc, or work charge basis. My only question to the Honorable Minister is, I can understand about the casual, ad hoc, daily wages, ये तो ठीक है. Many a times they will be on contract basis. This can be understood. But work charged employees or the persons, they are provided with all the facilities. Mainly they are in the civil construction wing of the All India Radio and Doordarshan, where they have got the employees they have got all the governmental facilities, including pension, allotment of the government accommodation from the Director of Estates, CGSS facilities, Central Schools facilities, and governed by CCS conduct rules. Considering this standing committee, the concerned standing committee has clearly recommended. I will quote, sir. The explanation proposed to the section 11(2), substituting the section 11 of the Prasar Bharati Act, clarifies that the status of deemed deputation shall not apply to the persons engaged or appointed on daily wages, casual, ad hoc, or work charge basis. The committee, during the course of deliberation, have noted that number of work charge employees are working in civil construction wing of All India Radio who do not find any place in amending the bill, leading to the status of these employees being vague. When these issues were taken up with the representatives of the Ministry of Information and Broadcasting and Prasar Bharati, the committee have been informed that steps are being taken to regularize these services of these employees. Further, committee have been assured by the representatives of the ministry that the employees would be adjusted against the vacant post in Prasar Bharati. Further, committee have also been assured that the said employees, when regularized, would move into the deemed deputation category. The committee observed that it would have been appropriate for the government to regularize these employees before bringing the amendment and then put the status of these employees into the deemed deputation category in the proposed bill. The committee expresses its serious concern over the ad hocism with which the issue of status of officers, employees has been addressed so far by the Ministry of Prasar Bharati in amending the bill. The committee strongly recommends that All India Radio, Doordarshan should be asked to identify the equivalent matching post within the stipulated time frame, and the service of all these employees should be regularized after adjusting them against the existing vacancies. This is the very clear-cut recommendation of the Standing Committee. Sir, my question, that's why I said, why putting comma on this? Put a full stop. There are around 1,200 people who are working in the civil wing, and it will hamper the development, construction of the infrastructure, whatever was to be further upgraded, it will disturb. That's why I suggest the government in the explanation to amend it and separate these work charge basis employees also. And another issue is regarding the employees. Ultimately, for what this exercise is being done, sir, I would like to ask the minister, all these years, because when you did not use the provisions of the Article 11 in the original act, people went to court. All the employees unions, they are all, Bhai Sahab, thoda disturb ho raha hai, please. They went to court and litigation went on. 14 years चला गया, उसके बाद 4 बरस JOM में चला गया. Ultimately, now to bring the put a full stop to the unrest among the employees, this amendment is brought. This is a good relief. I support this bill. My party will support this bill. But my question is, this employees association recognition is pending from quite so many years. As per the CCA Act and RSA rules, it is pending, and even the Prasar Bharati, DG, they have written to the Ministry of Information and Broadcasting that the recognition process should be expedited. And also it is stated that status quo is maintained till this process is done. I am surprised. Ultimately, in any organization, the labor movement or the recognition of the labor and their redressal system is their right. It is the right in the democracy. But why for government and the ministry is sitting over on that from last so many years? I think government needs the explanation on this. Either you assure in the House that it will be expedited. There are, as far as my knowledge, there are around 20 associations. All these people are intervening. Instead of that, if the process of recognition begins, then the problem of this 20 association will also go. There will be 1, 2 or 3 associations through which you can negotiate, their problem can be addressed. For everything they need not come to the government, and in real terms Prasar Bharati will become autonomous and it will attain the standards of the BBC. Otherwise the same thing will continue and the same discredibility, whatever it has happened so far, it will continue. Sir, this is not the this bill is not, though highly belated, not an important, but it sets the long-standing issues of uncertainty of the employees. It is a very short bill. I don't want to elaborate on much, but sir, because of this ad hocism, because of this attitude of the government, approach of the government, what has happened to the Prasar Bharati today? Prasar Bharati, my straight question to you through you, sir, to the Honorable Minister, I don't know why Cabinet Minister is not here today when we are discussing such an important bill. No, I am not questioning, sir, but if she would have been there...
You get your reply. You please continue.
No, I am continuing, sir. I need your protection. That's what I am telling. I am not questioning. But if she should have been there, since it's a very important policy issue, it would have been appreciated. That's what I am telling. I am not telling anything against it. But my question is, sir, what is the position of Prasar Bharati today, sir? From last so many years, I think not so many years, so many months at least, there is no CEO for the Prasar Bharati. Ad hocism to the what extent? You want to on one hand you say here that you want to make it autonomous, you want to upgrade the facility, you want to bring the standard to it, but what is happening here? You are running the show with an additional charge. Why so? What is your problem in appointing regular CEO? Itna to aap nahi kar sakte to I don't think this will become the real national voice of the country. We expect that it should become the national voice. It should uphold the art and the culture of the country. But what is happening here? No CEO. Number one. How it is running, sir, I would like to bring it to the notice of this House. How it is running? What is the extent the ad hocism it is going on? The total sanction strength is 48,000. Out of that, 12,000 posts are vacant. Why process is not being done to recruit this? I don't understand. Sir, there are around 1,200 station director posts in the country. Out of that, sir, this point may be kindly noted. I urge the government and minister to take the note of this point. Only 69 station directors are working in the country. Only 69. Without the station director, you are running Doordarshan Center, AIR Center. How do you expect to perform it? There is no station director. This is your situation. Sir, government could not even properly address these issues. Sir, what has happened because of this ad hocism? When such a discussion is going on, in last so many years, the experience of the entire country about the Prasar Bharati is, it has failed to accomplish its basic objective. What has happened, sir? Not only its credibility has gone to such a low that it is full of controversies, mismanagement, corruption. Ad hocism ऐसा ही चलता रहे तो ऐसा ही होगा. The former CEO of the Prasar Bharati involved in CWG scam, probably I think he was arrested also. I think I should not name it, I don't know.
Name should be deleted.
CWG scam में arrest हो गया. And after that, he was suspended. So far, no CEO. हाँ, घर तो चले गए. And the entire 2020 matches telecasting right was given to the Prasar Bharati. Why it did not telecast? I think even minister doesn't know now, or he may not be able to explain it. Crores of rupees were lost. Right was with you. Why did you not do that? What was your problem? Sir, this country wants to know who is responsible. आप तो वो सीईओ को भेज दिया घर को, लेकिन जो कुछ भी लॉस हुआ उसके लिए जिम्मेदार कौन है? Who is responsible for all these things? May I know through you, sir, from the minister? सर इतना ही नहीं, एक और एक चल रहा है सर अदर हाउस में. जब मिनिस्टर ने रिप्लाई दिया, she said that Prasar Bharati is going to add 150 DTH channel. Very good move, sir. But it is reported in the press that, and there is a serious allegation on this, that this, when government of India has released 45 crores, and when it is having all the infrastructure, it is a serious allegation that the government and the Prasar Bharati wants to outsource it. The 45 crores, government is ready to invest, having all technical skill, staff, सब कुछ है आपके पास. फिर भी एक एलिगेशन आया है न्यूज़पेपर में, in the corner of the, in some section of the press, that you are going to outsource it. You are privatizing it. And the allegation is that there is a very seriously, इसमें तो कुछ scam is going to happen. ऐसा allegation है. I am not alleging it in the house, but I would like to see clarification from you, Minister. And government has written long back that 45 crores to this effect will be given to the Prasar Bharati. It will be allocated, and you may go ahead with your upgradation as far as 150 channels is concerned. But there is a serious allegation. इसमें तो मैं आपका explanation चाहता हूँ. Sir, not only this, sir, actually using its reach, इसका infrastructure, keeping all this in mind, it should have become real voice of the nation. Its reach is to the nook and corners of the country, to the villages. But unfortunately, it has, what is the position today? It has utterly failed to reflect the real nationalism and uphold the culture of the country. It has failed to provide the programs through DD Akashvani aimed at protecting the ancient arts and culture. Folk arts is not at all the priority. In my state, another 2 minutes, sir. In my state, people from North Karnataka, they are associated with this folk art, but it is not being given any priority. Sir, the best example is they are not promoting the art and culture. In our state, recording section of the classical music in Gulbarga, Bhadravati, Mangalore are almost closed, with no recruitment of the artists for the centers further. The Akashvani Sangeet Sammelan, they are the prestigious programs of the country. They are the prestigious programs of the art and culture of the country. They have been discontinued. Akashvani Sangeet Sammelan national programs of music, which were instrumental in popularizing the Hindustani and Karnataka classical music, they are almost on the verge of closure. The reason what is being given is this doesn't generate any revenue. If this is the attitude of the Prasar Bharati, who should promote the culture? Who should promote the Hindustani music? I would like to tell you through you, sir, Minister, the audition and the gradation system and the process by Akashvani to implement the new classical and semi-classical singers is proposed to be stopped, by which we face the danger of extinction of these form these art forms.
Please conclude.
May I, sir, another 2 minutes, sir. May I ask through you, sir, Minister, explanation, why are you stopping this? Why recruitment is being stopped? Why you are stopping the Sangeeta Sammelan? All these things needs your explanation, sir. अभी ऐसा हो गया, ये डीडी चंदन कर्नाटक में है, वो कभी देखता ही नहीं, as it is डीडी को देखने का भी, I think if you look at the TRP, वो तो बहुत लो हो गया, इसीलिए मैं आपके द्वारा मैं रिक्वेस्ट करता हूं गवर्नमेंट को, you try to really bring, if you want to really bring the autonomous, you make it like election commission, proper funding should be there and it should attain the level of BBC, credibility should not come down. Ultimately it is like the military services, even in the forest places like Ladakh, Akashvani Doordarshan is there. Voice of the country will reach there. So if you want to attain real autonomous, provide them funding, make it real autonomous, bring it to the standards of real standards of BBC. Sir, lastly, I suggest the government, it is desirable to suggest that more and more program generating center should be there in the country and they should promote to open more and more centers. Since 2005, I am pressing the program generating center for Doordarshan in Hubli,
Please
Dharwad.
conclude. I've given
Last
enough
1
time.
minute, sir. Last 1 second. In North Karnataka, to reflect the culture and traditional art of the region. This is the hub of the North Karnataka. Is the hub. Dharwad is the Hubli Dharwad is the hub of the cultural center. It has given birth to the Pandit Bhimsen Joshi, Dr. Gamgo Hangal, Basavaraj Rajguru, Mallikarjun Mansur. It has given birth to such people, sir. I urge to immediately, I am pressing it, and it was assured to me in the house also, and when I met minister also, that Dharwad is an important place in the Karnataka. We will open a program generating center in the 11th finance. But 11th finance is completed, sir. So far, nothing has been done. I urge upon the government to eradicate also regional imbalances also this is needed. Nanjundappa committee has also recommended this. I urge upon the government to immediately open a center at Hubli Dharwad where the person like Bhimsen Joshi and Gangubai Hangal have taken birth, Mallikarjun Mansur and Basavaraj Raju have taken birth. With this, sir, I support the bill, but I once again urge not to outsource the 150 channel which is in the proposal and expedite the recognition and work charged employees position should be made clear. With these suggestions, I support the bill. Thank you very much, sir.
Srilal Singh.